Listen up. All right, guys. We'll preview the bowl games. Ready?
Ready.
All right. Iowa versus Georgia Southern. You know, Iowa has a better record.
Talk about
Ohio has a better record. So I think Ohio's gonna win this game.
All right, Dylan, stay.
I don't know what you. I don't know whatever you.
You're going for me.
Nah, you got to give it to definitely Georgia Southern.
I'm gonna Bobcats. Go Ohio.
I think Georgia Southern probably plays in a tougher conference, but I'm gonna stick it out with Ohio. They had a good year. They're not.
I think Ohio
Yeah.
has a better quarterback.
Yes, sir.
You got to give it to
Join the big team, Crosby.
All right, and the New Orleans Bowl. Jacksonville State versus Louisiana Lafayette. You know, both really good teams, but Jackson State's going to take this one.
Go Tigers.
What?
Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry. Jacksonville State.
I can see that replay.
Oh.
He's right.
I think I'll have to go. I think I'll have to go with Jacksonville State on this one.
Jacksonville State's their first ever bowl game. Actually,
It
they
is.
just made the transition to FBS.
It is.
I think they'll get their first win. We go Jacksonville State.
You got to go Jacksonville State in this situation right here.
I'm gonna take the underdog.
Whoa!
Who is it?
Boo.
Who's the underdog?
The underdog.
Who's playing them? You remember?
I don't remember.
All right, there we go.
All right.
Next game.
Let's see. Appalachian State, Miami of Ohio.
App State.
Miami of Ohio won the MAC.
They did.
And App State lost in the Sun Belt, so I'm actually gonna pick the opposite. I'm gonna go App State as well, beating
App
Miami
State.
of Ohio.
What? You big Miami, Ohio. You big App State with Miami, Ohio.
Yeah.
Since when is Miami of Ohio good?
Where's Miami, Ohio? Is it in Ohio?
They're never go Mountaineers.
Fresno State versus New Mexico State.
What do you get pick from you on that one?
App State. I got New Mexico State on this one.
We got New Mexico and
At Fresno.
Fresno State.
Mexico
Fresno.
got beat in the championship
They did.
against Liberty and Conference USA, so that they'll come back, bounce back, and go to New Mexico State.
Gerson, what's your opinion?
Y'all giving me the hard choices, but I want to switch this to go Bulldogs.
I like Fresno State's name.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a good kick to it. I'm gonna go with them.
Boise versus Boise State versus UCLA.
It's a good one.
Boise State.
Can I?
UCLA.
What? What did you just say, Cosby? Who are you picking? Who do you pick to win this one?
Boise State.
Boise State.
Oh my!
You don't think so?
Come on, Crosby, give them to him. What you picking?
Well, I think UCLA loses their quarterback through the portal, and then we're going to see a lot of that as we go throughout the games. But I'm going to give it to, Boise's got a lot of momentum right now. They just won the Mountain West. I'm going to go Boise.
Going UCLA.
You know what? I'll go with Boise State on this one.
Cal versus Texas Tech.
Independence.
I might as well go and make my pick. Texas Tech by a mile. Texas Tech in the upset.
You got to give
Texas Tech.
You got to give it to Texas Tech. Yeah, they
Texas
got
Tech
Patrick
lost their
Mahomes.
quarterback to the portal.
They got Patrick
I
Mahomes.
believe Cal might have lost their. I don't know. If
I don't
saw that
know,
right.
but I think
Texas Tech's got Patrick Mahomes. You
Texas
got to give it to them.
Texas Tech.
I'm gonna go the underdog here. I'm gonna go Cal. I'm gonna go Cal here.
Dylan was an underdog.
Who you pick?
I already picked.
Oh,
I was the first one to pick.
all right. Western Kentucky versus Old Dominion.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
Western Kentucky.
Shift it to Ben. What you got, Ben?
I'm going to go with Old Dominion.
Boo!
Two solid years for both of these, but I'm gonna give it to Western Kentucky. I'm gonna give it to Western Kentucky.
Marshall versus UTSA.
Oh, I with Western Kentucky.
Marshall versus
You
UTSA.
gotta give it to the herd.
No,
Marshall.
UTSA.
Marshall 6-6.
UTSA.
UTSA get beat in the game before the American Championship. Loses a heartbreaker to Tulane. I'm gonna go with UTSA.
UTSA for sure. Syracuse versus South Florida.
You gotta go Syracuse. You got Gary Schrader out there balling out. You gotta go with the big orange.
Syracuse for sure.
Okay, you read that one.
South Florida.
2-6-6 team. Syracuse, no head coach, fired him, making a new transition. I'm still gonna give it to Syracuse. Think they'll ball out against South
But you got
Florida.
Gary Schrader. He's absolutely
I'm with Syracuse on this one.
All right. John Rice Plumlee versus Georgia Tech.
So John Rice is the whole team. So Kobe. John Rice is the
UCF
whole
versus
team.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah. I guess.
UCF.
You know, you gotta
No.
What?
you gotta give it.
What? UCF versus it's gonna beat Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's not good.
I'll say Georgia Tech. This is their best year they've had in a long time. This is probably their first bowl in a long time. They played close with
They
Georgia.
played closer to
So I'm
Georgia.
gonna think that they're gonna have the edge, and I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech.
Ooh.
I'll go with Georgia Tech.
You go with Georgia Tech? Guess what? Georgia Tech. I'm with them. I'm hitting the upset.
Duke versus Troy.
Nope.
Duke versus Troy.
Duke versus Troy. Well, this ain't basketball season, so I can't. Well, how are you going?
Duke. I'll take Duke on this one.
You know, it's two teams that lost their head coach. John Summerall, Troy's head coach, going to Tulane.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Elko goes to Texas A&M from Duke. They both have hired, or Troy has not hired a new person, but Duke hired Manny Diaz. So,
And
all that being said,
Duke doesn't have their quarterback. He's not gonna play.
yeah, he's also in the portal. That being said, Troy's DC is going to take over as I'm going to go with Troy. Troy's going to stick it out.
Troy.
Ooh, no. Not so fast, my friend.
Oh gosh.
Go Trojans. I got y'all.
All right. Northern Illinois versus Arkansas State.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
want to go with. I'm gonna do a coin flip for this one. I'm gonna say North Illinois.
North Illinois. I got Arkansas State. What? What do you say?
Let's see. We were thinking about this one. 2-6-6 team. You know,
What's that?
I'm gonna go Arkansas State. They've come on as of late. I'm gonna go Arkansas State.
All right. Caleb Garner and the Air Force Falcons versus James Madison.
James Madison first ever goal game.
Woohoo!
What'd you go with?
Wait, what you think? What you think, Leonard?
Oh, James Madison. You know, weren't supposed to be in a bowl game.
First
Got
ever bowl
in.
game.
I think they have some momentum coming in. I think they're fired up.
I'm going James Madison. I don't think it's gonna be particularly close. James Madison by more than 2 touchdowns.
Off we go. It's a wild blue yonder. James Madison, baby.
What is
Go with
that?
James Madison.
You just sang the Air Force fight song.
The fake out. Stop.
You just sang the Air Force fight song. And then
Georgia State versus Utah State.
Who'd you pick on that one?
That's an easy one.
James Madison.
All right, what you got with the next one?
Georgia State versus Utah State. I have no idea. Utah State.
Bull.
Utah State, says Kobe. I'm gonna have to agree. Georgia State not the best year, so we'll go with Utah State.
All right.
Yeah, Utah State. For me.
Ben?
You gotta go with Utah State here.
All right.
Dude, Georgia's got a bunch of teams in there. Like the state
Yeah,
of Georgia.
Georgia Southern, Georgia State, everybody.
All right. Let's see. Kane Womack and the South Alabama Jaguars versus Eastern Michigan.
I guess.
Well, you know,
I'm going. This is an easy pick for me. Can I go ahead and make mine?
got you.
South Alabama.
I'm gonna tell you something about this bowl game. I bet you didn't know. This bowl game is in South Alabama's home stadium.
It is.
So
Wow.
It was
Obviously.
last year too.
Obviously.
obviously, I got to go with South Al.
Yes.
Hey.
That's where you ain't that where you be going soon?
A future commit. South Al.
Yes. Future commit. Hopefully.
Ooh, Don't know that.
Unless Mississippi,
Hadn't talked to him since high school.
unless
I hadn't talked to him since high school.
unless PC calls, then that's gonna be.
All right.
Guys, we're on live now. Let's watch that one.
Texas.
We live for real. Let's go. Keep going.
Northwestern versus Utah.
This is a tough. That's actually a tough one to pick.
All right, Dylan. Start us off.
Utah.
What you got, Carlos?
Start off,
This is a
Dylan.
tough one for
You
me.
gotta give it to Utah.
I'm with Ben. Utah.
Yeah, Utah had a down year compared to what they used to, and then you got Northwestern coming in. They've just now got bowl eligible for the first time in a few years, but Utah's gonna be too much. We'll give it to Utah. I don't think he can play quarterback.
Utah.
All quarterback in the portal.
Oh, Alex Smith, supposedly.
Coastal Carolina versus San Jose State.
Might as well. I always like to pick this team, so I'm going with Coastal Carolina. I always love to pick them, so I'm going to go with them on this one.
All right, Coastal Carolina.
You know, this bowl's in Hawaii, closer to San Jose, but I'm still gonna go with Coastal. Or even though they're gonna be without Grayson McCall, it's gonna be a big game.
Minnesota versus Bowling Green.
Minnesota all the way.
God, get out of here.
The Golden Gophers.
What you got, Raleigh?
Nah, Crosby, what's
Tell
going
us
on?
about the hush. Tell us about the hush. Tell us about the hush.
All right, since you tell them to hush, go ahead and tell
You
it.
go ahead. You go ahead and tell yours.
Seems like you're going with Bowling Green, huh?
Tell your Crosby. Come on.
You know, Minnesota's only 5-17 that got a bowl game.
And Mississippi State didn't.
Uh,
How come, huh?
That's bull.
But
Mississippi State didn't need to get in the bowl game.
I believe Minnesota will take it over Bowling Green.
Yeah, Minnesota. Texas State.
Wait, no, Dylan's picked Minnesota.
I'm going Minnesota.
Texas.
Minnesota.
For everyone, Dylan's going to pick Bowling Green.
Texas.
So I picked them. Let them know.
I always go for the winners, though. I always go for the winners, though, bro. I'll go for the winners for you.
Texas State versus Rice.
Gotta give it to Texas State here. You know, you got a good coach.
And
What is it? That kind dude.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good coach. Texas
I
State's
was in the
got,
talk to go to Mississippi State, actually.
they got a good program rolling. I'm going to say they keep it going over there at Texas State over in San Marco, Texas.
yeah, Texas
Party
State.
town, USA. They get down over there.
Dylan, Texas State or Rice.
I'm going to Texas State.
Kansas Jayhawks versus UNLV.
Kansas all the way.
UNLV's had a really good year. They were 9-4, but I think the Jayhawks will take it.
Yeah.
I always
Kansas.
love the Jayhawks. So go Kansas.
Tulane versus Virginia Tech. Willie Fritz.
Willie Fritz moves to Houston,
Yep.
and then they're playing
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech. No quarterback. I suppose that Pratt will probably enter the portal.
Or get drafted, you think?
So I doubt he plays.
We don't know who's going to step up for the head coaching job.
Yeah, it's a lot of uncertainty there with Tulane. So I'm going to go with Virginia Tech to get the upset. Virginia Tech gets upset over Tulane. Tulane's trending in the
I think
downward direction.
Virginia Tech's going to get this win.
Virginia Tech, 22.
By
the way, how come I'm not on the wall over here? There's no. Why am my picture on the wall, Kobe? You and me been this since kindergarten. How's my picture on the wall?
I didn't set that up.
Well, who did?
My mom.
Well, good.
All right. West Virginia versus North Carolina.
Well, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I got North Carolina. But Jake May ain't going to be playing.
No Drake May. I still think North Carolina will be too much.
North Carolina by a mile.
All right.
That's close. Close. I will give it close for North Carolina.
Louisville versus USC.
USC.
No Caleb Williams.
Okay,
Louisville really needs to come out and show a better performance than what they put on, and that was absolutely awful in the ACC championship. So I'm going to go with Louisville.
Louisville. I got Louisville too.
I got Louisville in overtime.
I got USC.
Louisville.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of this room. You want to say that?
All right.
You'll always say that, and then the underdog comes through and wins.
All right.
So you say that. What's our win, Dylan?
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
OK State versus Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Bull.
Gotta give it. to
Texas A&M.
Oklahoma State.
No, Texas A&M, they got them cowboy farmers there. They gonna come in there and just light it up,
This-
son.
Hey,
That
this is
12th man's going to just throw out.
It's not a 12th man.
this for our friend Coach Funches. OK State.
You know, Oklahoma State put on a pretty embarrassing performance in the Big 12 championship.
But Texas is pretty good.
Yes, Texas
and,
was the
and
better
Texas
team.
A&M really has no quarterback. But I'm still gonna go with Texas A&M. I think Texas
Whoa!
A&M
Texas A&M.
Whoa, Crawley. Wow.
takes
So ain't Texas A&M down to their third string quarterback?
Oh,
So I got OK State.
Yeah.
SMU versus Boston College.
The fun,
SMU by a
fun
mile.
fact about that game: next year will be a conference game. SMU's joined the ACC,
Yeah.
but before they join the ACC, I'm gonna take SMU. They had won the conference.
SMU. Dylan, SMU versus
Yes.
Miami versus Rutgers.
Rutgers making a bowl is kind of crazy. They hadn't made it in a while, but I think Miami will take it.
No Tyler Van Dyke. But I think Miami's gonna take it. K-State versus NC State.
Miami.
Miami. K-State versus NC State.
Hey. I don't know. What can we say for that one?
I got K-State.
Uh,
Well, K-State's quarterback into the portal, Walker
Yeah.
Howard.
no quarterback for K State.
NC State.
I'm still going.
She wouldn't do that.
Where's she going?
I'm gonna take NC State. I'm gonna take NC State over K State.
Arizona versus
All
Oklahoma.
right, Garrett. I'm battling Utah now.
Arizona versus
Oh, hold on. I didn't make my pick. What did you pick, Crosby?
K
K-State versus
State.
K-State.
I can't do this.
K State.
Arizona versus Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Go Sooners.
No quarterback. No offensive coordinator.
They're
Arizona.
looking
Training good. I'm gonna take Arizona.
Whoa.
Arizona.
Arizona.
I take the top ranked team before I pick Arizona.
Kentucky versus Clemson.
Crosby. I don't know. This one's a close one for me. This
You
is
know-
going to overtime. This game's going to overtime.
Kentucky.
I'm gonna take Clemson. I'm gonna take Clemson.
Clemson.
Go Tigers.
Oregon State versus Notre Dame.
It's gonna be a really good game. Looking forward to that one. No quarterback, first or second string for Oregon State. No head coach. I'm gonna take Notre Dame.
Notre Dame and a close one.
Notre Dame. Iowa State versus Memphis.
Memphis is playing in their home stadium, just like South Al in the Liberty Bowl.
Go
I'm gonna
Tigers.
take Memphis.
Go Tigers.
Memphis. Ohio State versus Mizzou.
Can I go ahead and make my pick, please?
You got it.
Brutus was my first ever pick that I put the headgear on. So it's really natural if I say Ohio State. But the Missouri, it has been pretty good this year. I'm looking at very close for Ohio State. But
I got Missouri.
Guys.
Ohio State, no quarterback. Gonna play a young guy. Ohio State, still Ohio State. I'm gonna go with the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Buckeyes.
Okay. Penn State versus Ole Miss.
Oh, Happy Valley. Go Penn State.
I got Penn State.
You got a good offense versus a good defense. Penn State really strong on defense. Ole Miss really good on offense, but I'm gonna take Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Take Ole Miss. Ole
Ma-
Miss. Ole Miss.
Maryland versus Auburn.
It's gonna be tough for Auburn to bounce back after what happened in the Iron Bowl. That was pretty rough, but I'm gonna take Auburn. Auburn wins it.
Auburn. Georgia versus Florida State.
Georgia versus Florida State.
Georgia.
That's a tough one. Both teams felt like they should have been in the playoff. Unfortunately, we're not. I think the committee got it right, and I think that Georgia's going to prove why they did. I'm going to take Georgia.
Georgia.
I'm going to take Georgia.
Say it.
It's up to you.
Say it. You gonna say it?
It's up to you.
Say go dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go dogs. Sit 'em.
Toledo versus Wyoming.
Toledo had a really good year. They went 11-2, and I don't think they
I gotta
continue.
get out of this.
Rockets win. Toledo.
Toledo.
Wisconsin versus LSU.
Go on, Carlton. Because I got to do my big speech before you.
What you got?
Go on and do yours first because I got to make my big speech.
Wisconsin versus LSU.
How big?
I'm gonna take LSU's too much.
LSU.
Jaden Daniels on the Heisman. LSU's too much.
I'll tell you this one. Good. And I will say personally, congratulations to James Daniels, our quarterback, winning the Heisman this year. And guess what? When I came here earlier, these guys said it was only natural if I wore this. So I'm just gonna show it to y'all on the camera.
Yeah.
I am representing the Tigers, so y'all already know my pick is LSU, but in a good game.
Amen.
I think fourth quarter is LSU's quarter to win.
And this is Liberty versus Oregon. Oregon.
Not my Ducks. I love my Ducks. Go Oregon.
What?
You
I
know,
love the Ducks.
I think Liberty had a good year, 13-0.
Go Ducks.
Liberty is not ready to play with Oregon. Bo Nix is playing. I'm gonna take Oregon.
Oregon. Iowa versus Tennessee.
I was terrible on offense. It's got to be Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Oh, sweet home me.
All right, Tennessee.
Good old.
All right, now, boys. Woo! Playoff time.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Alabama versus Michigan.
Michigan is the team. They've been quoted as America's team. They've been without their head coach for 6 of their 13 wins. Nothing has phased them. 13-0, number one team in the country. They have not played Alabama. Alabama's clicking on all cylinders. SEC champions just dethroned Georgia. Nick Saban's not going to lose this one to Alabama.
You got Alabama. You know, I've been saying all year long, Michigan's the team, and I have been for once because I'm an LSU fan. I'm not really in a good thing about Bama, but from being impressed with how Bama has overcome and really fought the adversity and has come back to win. So guess what? Let's do this together. Roll Tide, bro! Alabama.
Washington versus Texas. Oh, Alabama. Washington versus Texas.
Say it, Crosby. Please do it for me. Say it for me.
Washington, just like Michigan, 13-0. Unbelievable season. But I just don't think they got enough for Texas. I'm going to go Texas.
Let's do it together,
Texas
Kevin.
and
Come on,
Alabama.
do it together.
Okay.
Hook them up, baby.
Hook
Go
'em.
Texas.
All right, finally, the championship. Alabama versus Texas.
If it becomes Alabama.
If it becomes the championship. Alabama versus Texas.
So it's a rematch. Everybody's been talking about, it's the reason that Texas is in is because they beat Alabama. They had a great year and went 12-1. But I just don't see them beating Nick Saban twice. Alabama's a new team. Alabama wins the Natty.
Much land they got there? It's like 140 acres.
Roll Tide, Alabama.
Yeah, I think that they, it's hard. Like they say, it's hard to beat a team twice. Alabama.
Alabama win.
Alabama is your 2024
National champion.
national
Indeed.
champion.
Woo-hoo! She got some confettis already. Pop 'em up.
All right, that's the bold picks.
Oh, wait, go Tigers, yeah.
The Tigers. Say it.
Go Tigers.
What'd you
All right.
say?
It was a calendar.